If you are in your 40s or 50s, I want you to take a deep breath. If you are exhausted, experiencing brain fog, struggling to sleep, or noticing that your body is storing fat differently, especially around your midsection, I want you to know you are not broken. During perimenopause and menopause, your body goes through a massive hormonal shift. Your estrogen drops, your body becomes more sensitive to stress, and your metabolism changes. The problem is, most fitness advice tells you to fight harder. It tells you to run longer, eat less, and push through the exhaustion. But fighting your changing body only spikes your cortisol, makes you more tired, and locks that stubborn fat in place. Today, we are stopping the fight. We are going to learn how to work with your body, not against it. I'm going to show you how shifting to cortisol-conscious movement and smart midlife nutrition can give you your energy back, protect your bones, and make you feel strong again. So let's break this into 4 parts. What's actually happening in your body hormonally, why the eat less, exercise more advice backfires here, the specific movement and nutrition approach that works instead, and how to protect the 2 things menopause quietly threatens most, your bones and your muscle. Stay with me through the end, because the 4th part is the one most women are never told about until it's already a problem. Section 1. What's actually happening in your body. Estrogen isn't just a reproductive hormone. It plays a role in how your body regulates fat storage, insulin sensitivity, bone density, sleep, and even mood. As estrogen declines during perimenopause and into menopause, several things shift at once. Fat distribution changes. Estrogen tends to encourage fat storage in the hips and thighs. As it drops, more fat tends to shift toward the abdomen, specifically visceral fat, the kind that surrounds your organs and is linked to higher metabolic risk. This is why a lot of women notice their body storing fat differently even without eating more or moving less. Cortisol sensitivity increases. Estrogen appears to help buffer your stress response. As it declines, the same stressor, a bad night's sleep, a demanding week at work, can produce a stronger cortisol spike than it used to. And cortisol, as we've covered before, specifically promotes abdominal fat storage. Sleep architecture changes. Declining estrogen and progesterone are linked to more nighttime waking, hot flashes, and lighter sleep, which compounds the cortisol issue because poor sleep itself raises cortisol the next day. Insulin sensitivity declines. This means your body doesn't manage blood sugar quite as efficiently as it used to, which can contribute to increased fat storage and energy crashes. None of this means your body is broken or that your metabolism has shut off. It means the rules changed and the strategy needs to change with them. Section 2. Why push harder backfires. Here's the trap. Many women notice these changes and respond the way they were taught. Cut calories further, add more intense cardio, push through fatigue. But remember what's already elevated during this stage: cortisol sensitivity. Long, intense cardio sessions, especially in a fasted or underfueled state, raise cortisol further. Combined with an already more reactive stress response, this can leave you more fatigued, hungrier, and, ironically, more likely to hold on to abdominal fat rather than lose it. Severe calorie restriction adds another problem. Muscle mass naturally declines with age, a process called sarcopenia, and it tends to accelerate around menopause due to the loss of estrogen's supportive effects on muscle. Under-eating protein and calories during this window can accelerate muscle loss even further. And less muscle means a slower metabolism and reduced strength precisely when you need both. So the eat less, move more, harder approach isn't lazy advice. It's often outdated advice, built for a hormonal environment your body isn't in anymore. Section 3. Working with your body instead. Cortisol-conscious movement. This doesn't mean less exercise, it means smarter exercise. Prioritize strength training 2 to 3 times per week, since resistance training builds and preserves the muscle mass menopause is actively working against. And it doesn't spike cortisol the way prolonged high-intensity cardio can. Add low-intensity movement, walking, easy cycling, yoga, most days of the week, since this supports fat metabolism and stress regulation without adding to your cortisol load. If you enjoy higher intensity intervals, keep them shorter and less frequent, 1 to 2 sessions a week rather than daily, And make sure they're supported by adequate food and sleep, not stacked onto an already exhausted body. The goal is a nervous system that feels supported, not constantly under threat. A body that feels safe is far more willing to release fat than a body that feels like it's being chased. Midlife nutrition. Protein becomes non-negotiable here. Because of anabolic resistance, the same age-related effect that makes muscle harder to build and maintain, most women in perimenopause and menopause need noticeably more protein than general guidelines suggest, often in the range of 1.2 to 1.6 grams per kilogram of body weight, spread across 3 to 4 meals rather than concentrated at dinner. Prioritize fiber and stable blood sugar. Since insulin sensitivity declines during this stage, pairing carbohydrates with protein and fiber, rather than eating them alone, helps prevent the blood sugar spikes and crashes that drive cravings and energy dips. Don't fear healthy fats. Fats support hormone production generally, and many women find that moderate, consistent eating, rather than restriction, actually reduces the stress-driven eating that tends to show up during this stage. Watch alcohol and late caffeine. Both can worsen sleep disruption and hot flashes, compounding the cortisol and sleep issues already at play. Section 4, protecting bones and muscle, the part most women aren't told. Here's what almost nobody mentions until it's already a problem. Estrogen plays a direct protective role in bone density. In the years around menopause, bone loss can accelerate significantly faster than at any other point in adulthood, which is a major reason osteoporosis risk rises sharply in postmenopausal women. The good news is that this is one of the most modifiable risks available. Weight-bearing and resistance exercise are among the most effective tools for maintaining bone density because the mechanical stress of lifting signals your body to maintain bone strength. This is on top of the muscle-preserving benefits we already covered, meaning strength training is quietly doing double duty here, protecting both your skeleton and your muscle mass at the same time. Adequate calcium and vitamin D intake matter alongside this, and it's worth discussing with your doctor whether your levels and bone density should be checked, since this is one area where a simple scan can catch a problem years before it becomes a fracture. The takeaway: strength training in your 40s and 50s isn't just about how you look. It's one of the most protective things you can do for how independent and pain-free you are decades from now. Your body isn't working against you, and it isn't broken. It's adapting to a real hormonal shift, and it's asking for a different kind of support than the advice you were given in your 20s and 30s. Strength training, adequate protein, gentler cardio, and real attention to sleep and stress. That's not a downgrade from pushing harder. It's the strategy that actually works for the body you have right now. If this gave you a new way to think about this stage of life, subscribe for more evidence-based breakdowns, and tell me in the comments, which part of this, the fat storage, the sleep, or the bone health, surprised you the most?